Hey guys!
Here at A Couple Gamers, we want to warn you, this video may contain slight spoilers.
Slight. Not a lot, but not just a little bit either.
If you don't want spoilers, turn this video off now. Or watch us. Your choice. Ladies and gentlemen,
boys and girls,
welcome to A Couple Gamers Special Edition Movie Review. Avengers 2 Age of Ultron.
Spider-Man!
We just watched Age of Ultron last night in a very not packed theater, strangely enough, but that's okay because it gave us time to sit there and reflect on our thoughts of the movie. We're going to talk to you. We're going to try to we've jotted down some notes here of things that we wanted to talk to you guys about of Age of Ultron. First thing, my initial thoughts going into the movie were I had high expectations. The first one was, it blew my mind. You got Iron Man, you got the Hulk, you got Hawkeye, you got your girlfriend Black Widow. On one action-packed movie, and I wanted the exact same and more. And did we get it?
I think so. It was amazing.
It was a good movie. It had its ups, it had its downs. It wasn't a perfect movie, by far.
No.
There were some mistakes they made.
Yes.
But, let's start by saying my initial thoughts were I expected a lot from it. Same with you?
Yes, and I think that's smart. That might be where we have our downs, right? Because we expected so much from the movie.
Yes.
That when you go in and you're like, oh, well, we're already let down because something happened or something didn't happen, and then that causes problems.
When you're dealing with superheroes, you always want to see more. You want to see, like, in the perfect world, they're going to have the Avengers meet up with the X-Men. That's what I would like to see one day. That's an action-packed, I want to see that type of movie. But, all in all, initial thoughts, I went in with high expectations. Let's say I left with...
You were satisfied.
I was satisfied at the end of the day.
You were.
Great movie. Let's talk about the new cast.
Okay.
And maybe let's talk about not just the new cast, but maybe some people that should have been in the movie that got cut. Or they couldn't afford to get them in, or maybe they were busy, who knows? But let's first start with the new cast.
Okay.
There's two new big superheroes.
Quicksilver. And
his sister.
Scarlet Witch.
That would be it. Yep, Scarlet Witch.
And see, I had... I wasn't happy with that. I don't like change. So when you throw something in there, I don't like it. I did not want the Scarlet Witch in there. You kept, oh, well, she's there, she's new, it's okay. No.
You've got to give her a chance.
But that's exactly it. By the end of the movie, I was very satisfied with the character itself.
Quicksilver, he's probably the same speed, maybe faster than Flash in the DC universe. He's one of the quick running characters.
And he wears silver.
Well, he's got silver hair, yada yada yada. Very Russian. Speaks very Russian.
They are from Russia, so that makes sense, yes. They're Russian twins.
Yes. My thing here with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, I felt Scarlet Witch was a little bit overpowered with her ability. I feel like...
it's neurological. Anything neurological versus a physical is obviously going to be more strong.
She took out the entire Avenger team, okay? Mild spoilers here, guys. She took out the entire...
I love it, that warning after.
Mild spoilers. She took out the entire Avenger team by herself.
But again, though, that's neurological, right? She's able to get
fucked
into your
their
head.
day up.
It's neurological.
So, I thought when I seen her and she was doing that shit, I'm like, man, she could be like the next... Is she the villain in this movie? Because she just fucked them up.
No, and you do. You try to piece the storyline together before the end. And...
So, those are the two new characters.
Yeah.
Let's talk about who was missing.
All the girlfriends. All the girlfriends.
Tony Stark's girlfriend, Pepper, she's not there. Jane, I'm pretty sure who is Thor's girlfriend, she doesn't even make an appearance.
No one does.
Although
they're mentioned in the script, but...
they're busy off doing their own thing, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good way to toss them out of the movie, but whatever. But there's one big thing I didn't quite get. Why the hell is Nick Fury in this movie? Where'd he come from? I thought he was dead. But he shows up. And then he has this, like, spot in the movie. I don't know why. They're just like, man, if we had Samuel L. Jackson, this was going to sell some shit. And you know what? I felt he was out of place. I felt he was out of place, and I didn't need him.
Yeah, it was just.
I didn't need him. I'm sorry to say that to Nick Fury and Samuel L. Jackson. He's a great character in the Marvel Universe, but I did not need him in this movie.
And the way that he came in was really random.
It was random as shit.
It was very random.
Now,
hey guys, I'm here. Let's eat some dinner.
Nick Fury, obviously, he was the head commander of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, but they disposed of S.H.I.E.L.D. and
S.H.I.E.L.D.
they
no more.
created the Avengers.
That's right.
Which Captain runs.
Yes, Captain America is the Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Is the head Avenger. I always thought we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about Coulson.
Agent Coulson.
Agent Coulson.
MIA.
Missing the whole movie. I'm sorry, but he is basically running S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know if you're watching Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He runs S.H.I.E.L.D. He should have been in this movie. An appearance, a cameo,
Maybe
a fucking.
because they switched it from S.H.I.E.L.D. to Avengers. They didn't want to confuse people.
In the first movie, he had a boner for Captain America. I'm sorry, he's gonna make an appearance. He should have. They fucked up on that. I know he's not a huge character, but Agent Coulson should have been in this movie. That's our thought on that.
Agent Coulson could have saved the day instead of Nick Fury.
Now you're talking about your ass. She's talking about her ass. What the fuck she's talking about?
So, talking about cast members,
Yep.
let's talk about Hulk and Widow.
Okay.
Their little personal love story going on. Where did it come from? What's going on? How did it start?
Nothing.
Like,
There was no tell that this was gonna happen. Not in the first movie. Not in Winter Soldier. Nothing about the Hulk was brought up about, or Bruce Banner, about them wanting to bang. She wants to bang him. He wants to bang her.
but they don't.
Tony,
He runs away from all his problems.
Everything. He just doesn't want to be a part of it because he's gonna fucking destroy shit. He doesn't want her to be a part of that. But Tony Stark does make some light jokes at them. But something that, again, with the storyline, and then probably they should have done some more background story in the movie. The Widow has a way of calming Hulk down.
The lullaby.
Yes, tell them about the lullaby. How does it work?
She said, I can't even remember the line.
I'll be the Hulk, and you be his.
I am not role playing.
You be Black Widow ready.
What is it? The sun's getting low, big guy. And then I pull my hand out. And then you shrink.
And then I'm back normal. She did that. Just with her voice.
Yeah, and her hand.
And her touch.
Every time.
That was a good roleplay, by the way.
Did they come up with that prior? Is that something that she did herself? What created that?
We don't know, and we don't get to find out. I'm sure hoping that maybe it gets explained somewhere down the line.
I'm hoping for, like, the way that they set it up, again, like this, just the way that the storyline ended.
Yep.
I'm hoping there's another one.
Yes, well, there will be another one. My thing is, we're gonna talk about this briefly. They'd be stupid not to make an Avengers 3.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be stupid too. They're gonna make billions of dollars off this movie. They're gonna make millions of dollars off the next one. They're gonna make millions of dollars until they've driven the Avengers into the shithole. And I think that's a ways off still. So, I think if I had any guess in my brain, I'm gonna assume the next one is gonna have to deal with Captain America versus Tony Stark and their take on, the superhero, whether they should be
Control.
who gets control, whether they should be out in the open, whether they should stay underground, and it's gonna cause a big issue. I think that's gonna be a big issue, especially with rumors out there with Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie being titled Spider-Man: The Next Avenger, or the new Avenger.
I can't remember.
Something
You were
like
talking
that.
about. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the characters.
Go ahead.
Hawkeye got an excellent role. We got to learn more about Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Going from the first movie to, like, I'm not gonna say anything.
A mind control
and
freak.
you're gonna just look at me in my black outfit and I'm gonna shoot arrows.
Yep.
To look at me, this is who I am, this is why I am the way I am, and here's my family that nobody knew I had.
Yeah.
Surprise!
They gave him a good role. They gave him something that you can kind of, you look at these other superheroes, these other gods. You got Thor, who's got this godly power. You got Captain America, was injected with the serum of juice, making him tough. The juice serum. And then you got Iron Man, who has this iron suit of doom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a guy who's using a bow and arrow. He doesn't have any superpowers.
He's a ninja.
He's basically a cyborg ninja.
He's not a cyborg. He's all human.
Well, the arrow is kind of.
That's his own device. Like he's built that.
He's basically
a human. 100% human.
His role basically is keeping the Avengers together, so they don't battle each other. Trying to keep them all level-headed.
Thor does the same thing too. Thor.
He has other issues.
Mediates conflict.
There's another side story in the story with Thor that just kind of fucking do. I don't know. Again, it could have cut that out, bring Coulson in. I'll be happy. My thoughts. Last thing we wanted to talk about was basically the movie and the villain of the movie and why the movie is the way it is.
Ultron.
It's the age of him. And I think
it's not the age. It's just Ultron. Ultron itself is the villain. The age of Ultron is something that's like the subject, but Ultron himself is the villain.
Thoughts on him being the villain?
I liked him. Like, when I go into a movie, I'm like, that's the bad guy. I want nothing to do with you. No, just give me the good characters, let the good characters beat the bad characters, and I'm done.
Yeah.
It's simple life for me. But I liked everything about him. Like, when it came down to the CGI to create him, the look of him,
The voice,
yeah, like that suited him, and his story, the background, his future plans.
Yeah.
Were awesome. But he just couldn't put it out there the way that he wanted to.
Let's tell the viewers exactly how Ultron came to be Ultron. Basically, Tony Stark playing God. He wants to do what he can to protect the world, the Earth.
Because of situations that occurred.
With the alien attack in the first one, he wants to make sure if another alien attack happens, he can defend the world against it.
He is prepared, yes.
So,
and based off of, what's the thing that Loki carried?
the scepter.
The scepter, thank you. They found the scepter, and the brain of Ultron is in the scepter. And it's
the scepter basically was holding one of the Infinity Stones, the Mind.
The Mind Stone, right. So it's a lot bigger than Jarvis?
Yeah.
Jarvis, I didn't want to say it wrong.
Jarvis.
So it's bigger than Jarvis. So they tried to create it and not replace Jarvis. Jarvis was still there. He was his own thing. But by doing so, something went wrong in Ultron's brain.
Yeah. He went vicious quickly.
He was just he wasn't vicious. He was just angry. Like, he had a different way of looking at things.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to Tony Stark, that's probably the same way that Tony Stark views it, and other people just take it the opposite way.
Basically, there's no way the Avengers could defeat Ultron without their secret weapon, which, a big spoiler alert, if you don't want to know the spoiler, turn off the video here. Spoiler. They could not have defeated Ultron without the Vision.
No, and the Vision is something that you guys are going to have to watch the movie to find out how he's created and to see what happens.
That's a big part. Like, I'm just going to say the Vision's in the movie. Big role. And without him, like,
obviously they would
back.
But I like the plot of the story. I think the storyline for the whole movie was amazing. The combat, you and I talked a little bit about the combat last night as well.
Yeah.
And it was good. I just didn't like that it was very individualized. So you would watch this person over here, and then it would shoot to a different scene where this person was. They were never working together, and that frustrated me because the Avengers is a team. That's what they're there for. They're there to fight as the team.
The video game side of me. Okay, I've played. There was a game like Diablo, but with all Marvel characters.
Okay.
I forget what the freaking was. Deadly Alliance, I believe it's called by Deadly Alliance. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That's not.
Ultimate Alliance sounds better.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but in this game, everybody had a special attack that they did with each other. You had Spider-Man, you would attack with Wolverine, and they did some sort of combo attack.
I remember this game. Okay, yes. They
this
fed off each other.
This movie missed out on multiple opportunities. I only seen one double team attack, and that was a combination of Thor
and Captain
America.
At the very beginning of the movie. I remember that.
They did it twice.
Did they do it twice?
There was twice in the movie, but they were the only two that did like a double team attack.
I remember the very beginning.
See, that was a missed opportunity in its own. Because that would have been sweet to see everybody like they're a team. They want to see teammates work together to do special attacks, special abilities. You know, let's see fucking the Hulk. Not Hulk, dude. I don't know.
Smash.
Hulk's mad. No, he does his own shit because he's the Hulk. Let's think of, okay, Iron Man shoots his laser at the shield, bam, reflecting it, doing double damage. Bam, super effective. Bam, I'm happy. They missed out on that. They could have did it, didn't happen. So, combat, it's entertaining, but not the biggest.
Keeping it on combat, I know that you and I wanted to discuss this last night too about the Scarlet Witch. Without going too much into her, we wanted to discuss what happened with the cast. Okay, how she got into everyone's mind, and it showed us everyone's story. But whose?
The Hulk.
The Hulk. And it didn't show us. It didn't show her touching him. It didn't show her getting into his brain. It didn't show anything. It just shows him going King Kong on
this town.
on the town. It didn't show anything leading into that. No. She's just like, I want the big guy, then cutscene.
Yeah, it was a way of them basically to introduce the Hulkbuster suit. That was dope. That's the only reason for it.
Victoria. Project Victoria. Project Victoria.
But yeah, it was just, that was their way of bringing in the Hulkbuster suit. So besides that, combat's good. You're gonna, if you like the combat in the first one, you're basically getting the same thing here. Not a whole lot changed. So there's that. This brings us to our final segment here at Couple Gamers, our review on Age of Ultron, Avengers 2.
What would you give it? Out of superheroes, how many superheroes would you rate this movie?
I would give this movie 4.5 tiny Spider-Mans out of 5.
I agree with you. I think I'm on the same page.
How many Spider-Mans are in my hand?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh,
and that's
not
it.
5. It's 4. I can't count today.
It's okay. I'm not gonna judge you.
Anyway, that is the end of our review. We hope you guys liked it, and if you have any other movies you would like to watch us review, leave them in the comment box below. And don't forget to subscribe and like. And you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, Twitch. You can
follow us over there.
Follow us on Twitch. We won't be doing movies on Twitch.
All those links will be posted below. Follow us, subscribe, like, and enjoy a Couple Gamers as we enjoy you. Why do I always come off creepy at the end?
You are not just the end. It's the whole time.
I seduce this camera. I seduce it. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
Or day.
Depending when you're watching it, it's nighttime here.
Or day.